All week, Super Bowl 56, of course, out there in the West there. Bengals will take on the Rams. Taking a look at it with the fewest wins in the season prior to Super Bowl appearance. We know how it happened. Joe Burrow, of course, injured last year, but definitely different this time around. 4-11-1, but now they're having a chance here to win the Lombardi. Speaking of Joe Burrow and the Bengals here, it is media day out west there for 56, and Joe Burrow taking the mic. Let's hear from Smokin' Joe.
When you blitz, you have to play one-on-one outside, and the receivers that we have makes my job easy when I do get pressured. They win so fast that I'm able to just get them the ball in space. So, those guys make it easy on me.
We'll move to Aditi with NFL Network.
Hey, Joe. We've talked a lot about how you're diagnosing defenses this year. Brian Callahan was really raving about the way you see the field. Can you tell us what your process was this offseason? Was there anything you committed to doing to get better at that? And why does it work so well?
I wouldn't say, every offseason, I kind of work on a little bit of everything. There's not really one or two specific focuses that I have. Seeing the field has always been something that has kind of come naturally to me. I'm pretty good at understanding spatial awareness and where everybody is. And so then if you add that with my preparation, I'm able to diagnose the coverage fairly quickly.
Next, we'll have Nate Davis with US.
Hi, Joe. You got me?
Gotcha.
Just wanted to, it seems like a fun topic going into the week is just people talking about your persona and the swagger and all that, the glasses, the chain, et cetera. Can you just talk about from your perspective, does that go back to high school, or where did you cultivate that? Or is that just something that's come naturally to you? But I think people are pretty interested in just kind of where you get the swagger.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really consciously think about it. I just wear stuff that I think I would like. It's not like I'm shopping and be like, oh, everyone would love this. I just have always kind of not cared what anybody thinks about, what I wear, what I do, and just wear stuff that I like.
Next, we'll have John Crick with the Toronto Sun.
Hey, Joe. Given that your dad played professional football up in the CFL for several years, two questions on that. Do you have any favorite memories your dad would tell about Canada or the CFL? And secondly, when you left Ohio State, uncertain even about your college career, was the CFL maybe an option for you? Were you in your mindset at some point?
He would always tell me stories of the Grey Cups that he played in. So that was always fun to hear about. That was always kind of in the back of my mind if I had chosen to pursue that route. Maybe I didn't turn out to be as good as I was. CFL was always in the back of my mind if I had decided to go there.
Thank you.
Ben with New York Times.
All right, from Joe Burrow, we go to the head coach, Zac Taylor, also making his first appearance in the Super Bowl. Let's listen to him.
What's that process like this time around?
Well, he's certainly one of the greatest players we've ever played against. And you watch other teams' plans for him, and you can have great plans. He's a real problem, and some of that you got to really focus on. And so, you spend time and energy talking about Aaron Donald, and then you got these other elite players that are surrounding him as well. So I think they've done a great job building that team, putting pressure on opposing teams' offenses. They got a great offense themselves. They got great specialists as well. Johnny Hecker's, one of the best in the business, been there a long time doing it. So they present a lot of challenges. There's no wonder why they're in the Super Bowl. Our guys are excited for the opportunity, to prove ourselves once again that we belong here and we can win this game.
Next question is Aaron Wilson. Aaron?
Hey, Zach. Zach, when you look at the way Joe has commanded the offense, what is it about him that kind of sets him apart as a guy that can take control and just adjust to things on the fly? Just seems very unflappable. Nothing seems to bother him.
Yeah, that's a special quality to have, and that predates my time with him. I can promise you that. I think that's just something that whether he gets it from his dad and his mom or that's just something he's always had innately. I don't know that anybody else really deserves credit for that other than Joe Burrow. It's what makes him special. It's what he's able to elevate his teammates and his coaches around him to believe that special things are possible. And again, he's just done a tremendous job leading this football team and helping us score points. And when the moments are big, he plays really big as well. You know, those are the stages that he's built for. And so I'm excited to watch him play next Sunday.
I apologize if I mispronounced your name, but Justinio Bovenzi? Go ahead.
Thanks. Coach Taylor, obviously you and Coach McVay have a great friendship and a lot of history together. If you don't mind, just detail that a little bit for us and let us know what it's like to go against a friend in such a high stakes game. Is there pride and ultimate pride in beating him in this game? Can you just explain that?
Well, I'll give you the beginning of the relationship. We met in Shula's restaurant at the Combine, probably in 2013, 2014, 2015, I would imagine, somewhere in there. And then we'd play against the Washington football team, and we'd talk pregame, things like that. And then he gave me a call when he finally got the job to come join him as the assistant receiver coach. And so I jumped on the opportunity. I didn't know him that well at the time, but we knew each other enough to know that we wanted to work together. But to answer your next part, you know, I've played against my brother 4 times. I've coached against Sean. I've coached against Matt. There's so many people in this league at this point, you know, 10 years in, that are always on the sidelines across from you. And that's just part of the game. There's no added, I want to beat this guy. No, it's the Bengals playing the Rams for the Super Bowl. Our team wants to beat their team. It really has nothing to do with the relationships on the other side of the ball or across the other sidelines. This is more just about us trying to win this football game.
And if you could, just to follow up, could you describe Joe Burrow's swag? How would you describe his style, his swag?
Yeah, I'm not really hip enough to answer that question for you. I think the other players in the locker room, my sons, you know, they probably could describe it better than I can. I couldn't pull it off, you know, the things that he wears, and it's just there's no way that I'm hip enough to do that. But Joe Burrow can do it, and it's interesting to see. My sons buy all this. They buy the sunglasses and the $10 version at least, and so he's made a statement on our youth around the city and probably around the country. You know, there's going to be a lot of kids emulating him, and I would imagine 9-10 months from now, there's going to be a lot of young babies around this league named Joe as well. So that's the impact he's had on Cincinnati. I can promise you that.
Next question goes to John.
Right, Zac Taylor said he doesn't have the swag, but definitely his wide receiver one, Jamar Chase, showing that he has a little bit of swag, connecting there with his former quarterback and now teammate Joe Burrow. Let's listen to him talking today.
Hey, Jamar, how are you?
I'm doing good.
Good. As a rookie, what have been your biggest experiences this year that you think have benefited your further growth in going on this run?
The biggest thing, this year that I say was just adversity, for my rookie season. Coming in, everyone was expecting a lot. Stuff wasn't going my way, so, just handling adversity and overcoming everything.
Next over to Thomas Heardahl from TV3 Sport.
Yeah, hi, Jamar. Thanks for doing this. Can you come up with a few concrete examples of like throws or routes that kind of show the cooperation and understanding that you have with Joe?
Me and Joe really just, on the same page when we see the coverage. As a receiver, sometimes you got to know what the quarterback's thinking. I happen to do that sometimes with Joe. Whenever I maybe be guessing on some coverages and he already knows what's going on. So it's just trying to find the same page as the quarterback, and just making sure y'all talking through it.
Next would be Josh Dubow.
Jamar, how much has it helped you just be a part of a group where you with Tyler and T, having three of you guys who are so talented? How much has that helped you, especially as a rookie, knowing that you got other guys you can lean on?
It's what you need, you know what I'm saying? Especially as a rookie, you don't really know what you're walking into. It's a lot coming in right out of college. So, you know, you're going to need somebody to lean on, talk to, you know, just to check in and ask questions too. You know, that's the vets, older guys, even second-year guys, you know, just ask questions. You know, you never know what they might tell you.
Next will be Sean.
All right, let's go back to QB1. Joe Burrow still speaking with the media today. Let's listen in.
Grown man, mature now, but is it the same jitters? Is it the same? You know, you've obviously played in big games in high school. Does any of that stay the same, or does everything change as you go to college and pro?
No, it really, I mean, obviously the players get better and, you know, the scheme gets better and everything, but, you know, at the end of the day, your mindset stays the same. You know, when I played in the state championship in high school, it feels the same as playing in the Super Bowl does now. Just, you know, at that moment in my life, that was the biggest game that I had ever played in. And, you know, so everything kind of feels the same. I've just had more reps in those situations, so I'm probably even a little calmer.
Panini.
Hi, Joe. Congratulations on making it to the Super Bowl.
Thank you.
My question is, what sort of advantages do you feel like you have with Jamar, having played with him in college?
No, that's a really good question. You know, whenever you have to get to know a new receiver, you know, it's always tough at the beginning because you have to, you know, learn how he's running routes. He needs to learn the velocity and placement of your footballs. And, you know, we already had that coming in, and we already knew how to talk about the routes that we missed, and we would get it corrected very quickly. So it's a big advantage when you already have a relationship with, you know, a new receiver that you have.
Thank you. Good luck at the Super Bowl.
Thank you.
Teresa Walker.
Joe, good morning. Finishing your career in the LSU, in the SEC, getting to a college football playoffs and winning a national championship, how much did that maybe help your transition to the NFL? And when you look around the roster, there's a bunch of SEC guys on that roster. How much does that SEC experience maybe help all of you at this stage of the NFL season?
Yeah, I would say it helps a lot. I would say guys that have played, you know, in the SEC and the Big Ten, they have a better feeling of what the NFL is going to be like, you know, the speed of the game, the physicality of it, than guys that might have played at smaller schools. So I would say that's an advantage that we have.
All right, so JB9 answering questions there, of course, but when you talk about Joe Burrow, we always call him that cool and calm customer there. You think about it, when he's the underdog of 3 or plus points, he's undefeated, 6-0, dating back to week 1, and of course, the latest during the AFC Championship at plus 6.5 against the Chiefs, who made it to that game 4 straight times. Of course, we all know the story, the reason why Burrow and the Bengals are back in the Super Bowl with a chance to win the Lombardi out there in LA. Hey, don't forget, we got you covered. CBS Sports HQ, check it out there in LA, live all week. We got you covered from beginning to end, sun up to sundown. Doesn't matter, East Coast, West Coast time, whatever, we got you covered. Also presented by Geico. Keep it here.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.